The last thing that I consider myself is a researcher, okay? Yes, there's research in the book, but I don't think I'd be a definitive study of the Sinaguas. You're in the wrong room. Some fact wrapped in fiction, and some fiction wrapped in fact. And what it is an adventure of three senior men and how they discover the secrets, if you will, of the Sinagua through some real-life experiences that are in the book, and then some fictional experiences in the book, but all tied together into a historical novel, Tuwalanki, the fortress village of the Sinagua. I was first introduced to the ruins that I now call Tuwalanki in the winter of 2000 by Rhett Lloyd, who some of you may know. He's an architect and builder in the village. I know of some ruins that probably only maybe 50 other people in the whole Sedona area have ever been to up on Wild Horse Mesa. Wild Horse Mesa forms the southeastern boundary of Big Park, which is the village of Oak Creek and Pine Valley, that whole area right along there. And it's actually, we call it Wild Horse Mesa, but it's actually made up of at least 3 component mesas. So you've got a high mesa, then it goes down, and then it comes up in another part. So there's 3 pieces to this mesa. Here in 2002, in July of 2002 then, to make this our home, I joined the Verde Valley chapter of the Arizona Archaeological Society, and there's at least 1 person, 2 people maybe here that belong to that group. And through that group, began to learn about the Sinagua, whom I had never heard about before. Opportunity to visit lots of ruins around here. Went to the Elvin Pueblo Archaeology School, where we learned how to do excavations. And through that, after that, then was able to get onto the survey team of the local chapter, where we went out and actually surveyed and documented heretofore unheard of or undocumented ruins. And I know in the first year alone that I was on the team, we came up with 25 brand new sites that had never been documented before. So this was beginning to really spur my interest, and I kept going back to these wonderful ruins up on Horse Mesa. And I decided, I really wanted to write a book about those, just because of the adventure of it, the imagination going wild. But I felt I couldn't write very much about it if I couldn't name it and know something about the area. And so I contacted the Hopi Office of Public Information, HOPI, and the call was taken by a Native American, a Lee Loma Yestwaya, and he and I had a long conversation. And he informed me after I wanted a name for this village, so I described it to him. And there was this kind of a quiet on the other end of the phone for a minute. And then he said, I'm Hungyan, which is Bear Clan. And my ancestors came from the village of Oak Creek area, what's now known as village of Oak Creek. And we talk about my ancestors having come from a village there called Tuwalanki. And his description of what their oral history said and what I was describing of where I had been really began to mesh.